Gloucestershire all but secured a place in the knockout stages of the Vitality Blast, with Cockbain leading the way in an inspirational performance at the expense of Middlesex in Bristol. The returning Darren Milan won the toss and inserted, and would have been delighted to see Tom Barber strike with his second ball, Miles Hammond picking out Paul Sterling to fall for 5 at the start of the game's second over. But the new man, Cockbain, wasted no time in getting on with things, hitting Stephen Finn for the game's first 6 to end over number 3. Michael Klinger has once again been a consistent performer for the home team, and when James Fuller was brought into the attack, the skipper reminded his former teammate just what he's capable of. 3 boundaries in the over, now meaning this was a very good start for the Gloucesters. Yet more force from Cockbain meant that they had 58 runs on the board for the loss of Hammond's wicket at the end of the 6 overs of power play. And by the halfway stage of the innings, with both Cockbain and Klinger maintaining their form and momentum, that total had increased to 92 for 1, and the potential was there for a very large score indeed by the end of the 20. Cockbain's second maximum took him to an excellent 50, which was made off 30 balls, and his partnership with Klinger was up to 99, those runs made in exactly 10 overs together. Ravi Patel had bowled very tidily in his first 2 overs, and so deserved it when Klinger holed out to Sterling to fall for 44. That brought to the crease Kieran Nima Barnett, who was given free licence to hit, and hit he did right from the off, sending the 4th and 5th balls he faced over the rope. Barber the man to suffer, as the home side maintained their run rate at around 10 per over, 200 plus surely now the target to finish with. Nima Barnett looked as if he wanted more than that, and he was producing some magic to add a 3rd 6 from just 8 balls of his innings so far. It was electrifying stuff from the Kiwi. And his knock-empowered Cockbain, who certainly ensured Fuller was not to have a good time back in Bristol. With more 6s quickly carrying him into the 70s, Gloucestershire raced up to a score of 160 for 2 with 5 overs of their innings remaining. Would they be set back by the loss of Nima Barnett, who skied to Robbie White off Finn to head back to the hutch for 31, his runs coming at a rate of 258.3? No was the answer, as in came Jack Taylor, an ideal man to have at the crease at this point, and he was soon another man to find the middle of his bat as he hit the first 2 balls he faced to the boundary rope, wickets not halting Gloucestershire's progress any, and why would they? Cockbain's 5th 6 brought him yet closer to his best ever T20 score, which stood at 91. His half-century here, incidentally, means that he now has as many 50s in this format as in the first-class game. Taylor supported him superbly on a pitch which was clearly favouring the batsman. Taylor had 26 runs to his name from only 9 balls. Number 6 took Cockbain to his best ever T20 score, the bowler Barber, who started with such promise, by now having a night to forget. Next ball, and the Liverpudlian was raising his bat for a fantastic 100. It was a magnificent knock right from the very start, 3 figures to his name off 53 balls, and he and his side could now forget 200 as the final score. They were already past that, and heading for yet more as Cockbain cleared the rope yet again, meaning his side went into their last over with 226 runs on the board, Barber's 4 overs going for 62. His remarkable innings ended on the last ball when he for once failed to clear the field. His 61-ball knock had brought him 123 runs, Taylor making 27 off 11, as Gloucestershire finished on an exceptional 242 for 3, bowlers Fuller and Franklin also costing more than 50. Nothing other than a sensational start would do for Middlesex as they began their chase, and Sterling did his best as ever. Ryan Higgins, against the county he left last year, seeing his 4th, 5th and 6th deliveries pummeled to the boundary by the Irishman. He then lifted David Payne into the stands to race to 21 off just 10 deliveries, only to pick out Andrew Tye when he tried to go big again to the very next ball. Wickets such as this almost inevitable, as Middlesex would need to break records to win. Thus they had to still keep coming hard, and Milan sent Higgins a long way. Fuller, promoted to number 3, doing the same off Tye, who unusually for him saw his opening over go for 15 runs. But it also included the wicket of Milan, who was held by Hammond to depart with 15 runs to his name. Nima Barnett then had an immediate impact with the ball, just as he'd had with the bat earlier, having Fuller held by Benny Howell. The batsman gone for 22 as Middlesex ended their power play on 61 for 3. The run rate required stood at 13.4 per over at this stage, and even though Owen Morgan got going with this 6 off Howell, that rate was still growing. At the halfway stage of their reply, Middlesex had made 92 for 3 and still needed 151 more from the final 10 overs. If any man could pull off what would be a miracle, it was Morgan. Eskenazi was outscoring his more illustrious partner, but it was the England white ball captain who cleared the rope next. Off Higgins, the target at 104 from the last 6 overs. As with a big store sale, everything now must go. Eskenazi was at his 50 off his 29th delivery, an innings containing 3 fours and 2 sixes. But Morgan couldn't get to his, he holing out to Hammond off Nima Barnett for 36. Then next ball, Nima Barnett, having a game to remember, bowled Eskenazi for 51. The Kiwi unable to grab a hat-trick, but still ending with the amazing analysis on this pitch of 3 for 18, the best of his T20 and indeed white ball career. He was replaced by Higgins, who soon did for George Scott. Hammond with the safe hands once again. Middlesex heading for a very heavy defeat. They ended on 172 for 6 to lose by 70 runs. The win for Gloucestershire takes them up to second in the South Group, a point behind Somerset, but with a game in hand. They play 2 more times in the next 3 days, while Middlesex head to Kent on Sunday.